Yo, people, welcome back to DR Sports. I'm joined by Tobi. West Ham 1, Tottenham 1. Let's get into it. First of all, bro, I know you're disappointed already with that result. But again, like I asked Fuad, I mean, on the balance of play, how are you feeling now after it? Or are you still, you didn't take full opportunity there considering West Ham started the season, the form?
I mean, they were always going to be better than they have been this season against us, because I feel like it's one of those games where they don't need much motivation to sort of get themselves up for this game. We knew that it wasn't going to be an easy match, but yeah, I think a draw was fair. But my disappointment comes from the fact that from the first half performance, it looked like we had enough about us to go there in the second half, get that second goal, and just put the game to bed. But a lot of the good things we did in the first half, we weren't able to do in the second half. I won't just put that down to us. I do think West Ham were much better off the ball. I think they did well to close off the space for us in their half. They made it difficult for us to sort of play through them, whereas in the first half we were playing through them with ease, almost too casually. Like, it was quite easy, much easier than I expected. But listen, I think ultimately we just didn't do enough in the second half to sort of press our claim for a result. I felt the attacking players were off the boil today. Kulusevski was probably the best of the lot, but he was jaded. He was knackered in the second half. Harry Kane, he's still not really hit top form this season. I feel like in games his performances are very up and down. Today wasn't great, but Son, again, really, really poor. He just continuing this poor form this season. We know what Son's about. He's gonna snap back into form soon. He just needs a goal to kick himself back into life. But listen, we need it sooner rather than later.
What about Conte's changes there? Came a bit late. We saw Son wasn't really performing. You got Spence on the bench. You've got Richarlison. I know he came on, but maybe he could have come on sooner. Do you think if those subs were made earlier, you might have been able to get a foothold back in the game a lot faster?
We could have tried. We definitely could have tried. I think, yeah, I said it like full time. I think he has to make those subs quicker, man. I think like 65, 70 minutes, I was saying like make a change. I think Jed Spencer's one, I feel like he could have given us some attacking quality off the bench on that right-hand side. I felt like a lot of our play was being funneled on the right-hand side. And we know Sanchez isn't good with playing the ball out. We know Emerson isn't good with playing the ball out. So it's like, just give us a little something there. But listen, I think the team just didn't do enough in the second half, man. The passes were a bit sloppier, and the ruthlessness that we've seen just wasn't there, man. Again, credit to West Ham for making it hard for us to sort of break them down, but we got to do better. I feel like a much better performing Spurs, much better functioning attack can do better. But positives, Basuma, after the poor first half he grew into the game in the second half. I felt Højbjerg, I know his influence faded, but he's continuing his good form this season. And listen, as much as I criticise West Ham, that's West Ham, Chelsea, Southampton and Wolves, games that we lost last season, and now we've picked up 8 points. So yeah, it could be worse. I'd rather be annoyed at not taking the opportunity to get 3 points than a loss.
Yeah.
And to be honest, West Ham, they had like 2 good openings in the second half. I mean, we had one with Harry Kane, but they had 2 good openings in the second half. And if they scored that, you'd have just had to hold that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, there you go. There you go, guys. Make sure you subscribe. In a bit, people. Peace.